Hello, beautiful souls. It's Rebecca Thompson here, creator of Be a Beacon, a mastery program for women to help them align to their soul mission and create the impact that they want to make with grace and ease. And one of the things that all of us women and anyone who identifies as a woman and is on the hormonal cycle of being a woman, all of the things that we're going to navigate together are going to be these hormonal changes. And it's taken me a while to actually recognize that I am fully in peri-menopause and what that means as opposed to any other shift and change and transition in my life. And so many women go through this transition alone. It is one of the most challenging and biggest transitions that as a woman you're going to face in your life. It is something that in generations gone past there would have been a lot of support around, and in recent generations a complete lack of support around. And so many women are going through these huge life shifts and transitions alone. And I want you to know, and I want to open this conversation because as with so many other aspects of our life, especially to do with the feminine, these subjects have remained hidden. They're not freely discussed. You probably think you're going crazy at different times. You're wondering, when is this going to end? Is everyone else doing this like me? How do I do this and keep doing life? Because our life isn't really set up to support these changes. You know, no one says, okay, when you hit this time or 48, 50, whatever it is that you go through, take a couple of years off while you process all of this huge transition from your motherhood and your, that time of your life of being productive in that way to shifting into the crone years, the wisdom years, and how to navigate that change. It's a huge shift on your roles. It's a huge shift on your nervous system, a huge shift on your hormonal system, and your whole being is taking on a different level of importance. Everything that you may have anchored into in your life may be feeling insignificant. You may be questioning, well, who am I now? In the midst of all of this, children might be leaving, roles might be changing, finances, relationships might even be changing or shifting, and you are going to be feeling differently. I was, just to share a little bit about my story. I know I've shared in bits and pieces over the last few months how a huge untethering is happening for me on every level. All of the things that I've just mentioned to you are all happening to me. And I'm someone who teaches and is very connected to their womb and to my cycles and to my emotional landscape. And I am committed to deep work around letting go of all that isn't serving me and only moving forward with the wisdom. So it has been an extremely potent and powerful time for me as a probably accelerated path of growth in that level. And yet it has still been a huge rock, as in rocking, waves and troughs for me with this peri-menopause. I was leaning into a dear friend the other day, just in floods of tears going, what if I don't get through this? What if I don't get through this? Because the mind wants to hook into this idea of permanence and fear and pain. It loves that drama. It gives the mind something to do. And yet, of course, the only thing we know for sure is the idea of impermanence, that everything is going to change. So I want you to know, if you are going through the rocking of perimenopause in your life, or any big transition for that matter, it will change. And you will shift and you will move through. And maybe every day is going to be different. Maybe every moment's going to be different. Some of the common things in perimenopause is anxiety. I have never had anxiety before, not like this. I've had some big old anxiety moments and a bit of an undercurrent of anxiety that isn't related to any particular story. It's just a body feeling. Some people struggle with insomnia. Some people struggle with hot flushes. I'm blessed that those things haven't kind of touched me. There can be many different symptoms. And if you're going through perimenopause and you're watching this, feel free to pop down below what symptoms you have had. Or maybe you're at the other side. Maybe you're in menopause. already, share with us some of the symptoms that you went through and how you navigated it. And I'm going to share a few tips around navigation that I am discovering. The tools that I've already been using for, aligning to my soul self and creating the community, the Beacon community that I work with, and helping women to really find their own rhythm. But it's just distilling again and refining and going, right, in this phase, these are particular tools that I need. And I've just made a little list here. Because as you're going through peri-menopause, you're in a big shift of change. When you are in change and flux, that's movement. That can feel destabilizing, and that's where the anxiety can come in. Also, of course, the actual hormonal chemical balance in your body is creating that feeling within you. All right. So when that is happening, when flux is happening, when change is happening, when movement's happening, we need some of the opposites. We need warmth. We need stillness. We need simplicity. We need routine, right? We need the opposite of the things that are rocking us. So you can kind of put that flavor on anything, right? The warmth, the simplicity, the grounding, the stillness, the gentle structure and routine, and a lot of love. One of the biggest things that women need in this time is not necessarily fix it. So I'm going to give you some tools if you don't have any. If you're all good with that, then I just want you to know I love you and I hear you and I feel you, sister. But if you want some tools, I will give you that, some in a moment. But one of the greatest things a woman ever needs when she's going through flux and change, and we can forget that even if a dear friend or a sister is going through it, is just to be heard. It's just to be loved. It's just to be held. When I was in tears the other day, as I do with my partner, free-flowing emotion here, free-flowing emotion, he knows, I've trained him, bless him, to know that all he needs to do is hear me, to listen, and all he needs to do is hold me. We just need a rock, right? We just need that feeling of the earth and something solid beneath us when we're going through huge change, when you're going through huge change. It's not always super useful to talk about it a lot. Sometimes it's just hold me, hear me, feel me, let me know I'm going to be okay, and let me know I'm loved. If you're just jumping on now, we are talking about perimenopause. We're just about to get to some of the sort of top tools for this huge transition in every woman's life is going to go through this. They're also great tools that you can use in any kind of big transition. Some of these are particularly related to, managing and supporting your hormonal system, but they can still be used in any huge transition. Your nervous system is the number one thing that you are wanting to lovingly support. So let's get on to it. Yeah. Hello, beautiful souls, as if you're joining me. So because you want to support your nervous system, there are some amazing restorative poses. There's child's pose, there's reclining Buddha pose, there's legs up the wall. These are my top 3 yoga restorative poses. If you dig around on my page, on my business page, you will find them. If you would like them, send me a message and I will send you some pictures and a bit of blurb around how to do those. But those particular restorative poses are like a reset and a support for your nervous system, and they are my number 1 daily practice, best done in the afternoon when our nervous system can become a little afraid. But it's a beautiful supportive practice that can be done just for 5 minutes at a time. So your restorative yoga poses, send me a message if you want a little bit more about that. That's the first one. The second thing is you're not going crazy. Allow your emotion. This time of your change, of your transition, is an absolute gift to allow you to fully feel. Many of us spend so much of our life suppressing emotion, whether it's through drugs in your 20s, alcohol, food, movies, shopping, whatever it is. This is an opportunity for you to allow, and if you've been allowing, to allow even more deeply a healing and a release of everything that you've been holding on to. It can be that powerful. This lifetime, other lifetimes, ancestral lifetimes, depends how deep you want to go. But the key is to allow yourself to truly feel. Give yourself daily that gift of listening to you. Your soul self is wanting to speak through you. You are moving into the wisdom years. It is time to finally release and let go of all that is not serving you anymore. So much of your challenges were here to teach you. And some of that came through pain and suffering. I get it. And that's exactly how it needed to be. And now, so much of that is not needed. You have done the work. You are moving into the wisdom years. You get to let go and you get to move on just with the wisdom, just with a light, with an incredibly deep and profound presence that you can step into the wisdom leader, the light bearer that you are in an even more powerful way. And that requires deep presence, deep listening to yourself, so much love, deep crying. I cry most days, and I'd be worried if I didn't cry, after a week or so, because it is so powerful. It is movement. It is getting all of that old stuff out of your body. Journaling is a powerful practice as well. I'm just checking in here with Jantia. Hello, beautiful soul. Massive moments of tears at any time, anywhere. Yes, I hear you, darling. Fatigue, sleep issues, headaches, dizziness, to name a few. I hear you. I hear you. You are not going crazy. It will end. And don't feel like you have to be, we're in this incredible opportunity right now to almost re-educate the whole world around this by how we deal with our own inevitable transitions. There is power in you, Jamtia, and in everyone watching this that is wanting to move through you. Don't feel like you have to apologize for your tears or explain your tears or suppress your tears. Mother Mary, I have a beautiful picture of Mother Mary here. There she is. Let's have Mother Mary in the background for a moment. Would say that and I fully agree with her, I'm so on board, that your emotion is the revolution. The power of you allowing your emotion, allowing the truth of your emotion, allowing the realness and the fullness of your emotion is the revolution that is required right now. Because when you allow, you love all of you. When you allow, you transform. It is in the allowing that we transform, we transmute, right? And so there can be a tendency to move away from allowing ourselves to fully feel because we have fear that we're going to kind of not come back from that pain. That's where embodied presence work is so powerful, and that is at the foundation of everything that I teach and share. And I feel so blessed to know my womb the way that I do. So deep womb work, where you center and you anchor in your womb, creates a container of presence for you to be able to hold challenging emotions and sensations and feelings that are moving through you. And it has saved me again and again and again, and will continue to. Plus, it gives you a place of connection to you. This is a time of honoring you and honoring your power to move as perhaps a physical birther and creator to a manifestor creator and a wisdom sharer and a light bearer. Your womb is still going to be as powerful. It is just shifting into a different phase to be able to manifest through the power of your word, through the power of your light, through the power of even your thought in a more potent way. So the deep womb work is going to allow you to heal and to transform and to release trauma and old pain so you can move forward with light and clarity. And it is also going to give you a way of connecting to that source energy that is the creator that created you. It is going to connect you into the reverence that you deserve for yourself as a sacred being, as a soul spirit living a human life, and allow you to really step into your sovereignty in a whole new way as you go through this bridge to your wisdom years. So what else? Nature. Like I say, with peri-menopause, you're going through a lot of change. What brings a lot of stillness in? Being with nature, connecting with the natural cycles and the rhythms of the earth. It's going to really help you to anchor into the knowing that you are just in your own cycle, right? And finding the stillness where you can. Make simplicity your number one kind of mantra. Bring in simplicity wherever you can. Let go of whatever you can, like clean out, tidy up, simplify on a food level, on a daily routine level, on a work level. This is an opportunity for you to really get super simple, which is going to support your nervous system moving forward and encourage you to get really clear about your boundaries and how you want to support yourself moving forward on every level. Get super clear about your yes, get super clear about your no. So that's simplicity. And of course, the ultimate question as we start to shift into a different phase in your life is to start to go deeper into who you are. You will be starting to release different roles and different paradigms around who you thought you were. And so this ultimate question of who am I is a powerful one. Who am I, and who and what do I choose in this moment to carry you through these next years? It's a lot. I want you to know that I get it. It's a lot. And one of the greatest things we can do is just to reach out to another woman in this time. Reach out to another woman who you know has maybe gone through this, or is maybe a similar age to you and you feel might be going through it, because how many women are silently going through the challenges of perimenopause? I invite you to open this discussion within your friend group, within your workplace. And you know, it's something I've been doing with lots of women at the moment, ringing some dear friends and other acquaintances and go, how did you deal with it? How did you feel about it? And let's open the conversation, because so much of the healing and so much of the pain comes from not communicating and then from communicating. Yes, so much healing in just knowing that you're not alone and being able to share what is going on for you, and so much pain in holding back. Let's start to heal those wounds of being seen and heard as well, and loving and supporting each other. So again, if you're watching this on the replay or you're checking in now, let us know like how it's been for you, what you've got out of what I've just shared with you. That's just a handful of tools that I use. The other one as well is I think it's Happy Hormones, which is a really beautiful, completely natural hormone support herbal supplement, which really helps to even things out a little bit when you're going through the huge change. So always be open to that. And there will be many more different supports that you may know through your work or through what you've utilized in this transition for you. So let us know. Amanda, I'm out the other side, but your advice is solid. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. We're a bit late for you. So perhaps you can share your wisdom, you know, with your friends that might be going through it. Feel free to share your wisdom with me. All right, beautiful souls. I think that is everything, but go slow, go kind, go tender. This is an opportunity to slow down and say, what is it I want to carry through to this next part of my life? Do I want to keep carrying this baggage, or do I want to let some stuff go and know that some of the discomfort that you might be feeling is just you letting go? And the more you can allow, the more you can kind of accept that that is just part of this cycle, the more you can take time to do some of these tools that I've shared with you, the more smoothly I believe, and I know for myself, and more quickly you'll transition through this, my love. And you are incredible, and you're going to feel that lightness and that wisdom and that power within on the other side. Mwah! So much love to you. Do reach out if you have any questions or if you want any support around this, because, you know, this is at the crux of what I do with helping women to navigate change in any area of their life and to align to and fulfill their sacred mission with grace and ease and an honoring of the power of their feminine. So do reach out if you need any support or you're looking for a community of support around that. And yeah, we can help you out. Have a beautiful day, everyone.